happy Raksha Bandhan, world raisers. Sabina and Roger here. Anjali told us that there is another festival in August that we never heard of. Let us know if you celebrate it. We're gonna watch a short explanation video by the channel KidsOne, so it's for kids, which is very helpful for me. But also Sadhguru's explanation on the significance and purpose of tying Rakhi. So it sounds like they're tying something. We also saw on the thumbnail on that particular day. How does it tie into spirituality? Where does it come from? Let us know if you celebrate it. And as usual, if you want to support us, hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
As the month of August arrives, Indians all over the world get anxious to know the date on which Rakhi occurs. Rakhi lets boys and girls to behold their relation as brothers and sisters, despite of any kinship. The festival of Rakhi has its roots right in the epic of Mahabharata. Sri Krishna has an aunt named Sruta Devi. She gave birth to a deformed child called Sisupala. Elders reveal that Sisupala would be killed by the same person whose touch would bring him back to normality. One day, Sri Krishna came to his aunt's house. As Sruta Devi placed her son in the hands of Krishna, the child turned to be handsome. Though his aunt was happy to look at her kid, she was frowned to know that his death would be in the hands of Krishna. She pleaded Krishna to pardon her child, even if a situation comes where he should be punished. Krishna was moved by her plea and said, "I will excuse him for his misdeeds, but I shall certainly punish him if he crossed the mark of 100 mistakes." Sisupala has grown up to be the ruler of Chedi kingdom. He is now a ruler and a relative of great Krishna as well. But he used to be very brutal. He used to torture people in his kingdom and clashed with Krishna very often. He once started to abuse Krishna before the whole court. That was it! Sisupala on that day has crossed his limit of 100 mistakes. And so did the patience of Sri Krishna. Krishna aimed his Sudarshan Chakra at Sisupala. Such was the case when Sisupala has risked his own life despite being warned to be good. As Krishna charged the Sudarshan Chakra in a range, his finger got cut in the course. Everyone around Krishna has rushed to bring something to tie around the wound. But Draupadi, who was standing there, did not hesitate. She immediately teared a piece from her sari and wrapped it around the wound of Krishna's finger. "Thank you, dear sister. You have come to my rescue in need. So will I help you whenever you are in trouble," assured Sri Krishna to Draupadi. This incident has led to the ritual of Raksha Bandhan. In later times, Krishna indeed kept his word by rescuing Draupadi when the Kauravas tried to insult her in full coat by dragging her sari. From thereupon, sisters were tying Rakhi to their brothers, and brothers in lieu would assure to look after their well-being throughout their lives. A few more festivals take place on the full moon day in the month of Shravana. Some change their sacred threads called Jandhya on this day. So it's also called as Jandhyala Purnami. People in Odisha and West Bengal place the idols of Radha and Krishna in the cradle and swing them. Thus they call this day as Jhulan Purnami. Some states in North India sow the seeds of wheat on this day and they call the ritual as Kajari Purnami. The people in the states of Kerala and Maharashtra call this day as Narali Purnami, as they worship the sea god. Though many such festivals were celebrated on this day, the prominent one that's celebrated all over the country, without any doubt, is Raksha Bandhan.
Sadhguru, there's another question from Somalia. She wants to know, at Isha, there are many processes that involve tying of a thread around the hand of a person for their well-being. In Indian culture also, such practices are followed. For example, in Raksha Bandhan, a sister ties a thread around her brother's arm. What is the significance and purpose of Raksha Bandhan practice?
Oh, they're tying that plasticky chinky-minky on somebody's hand these days. The idea is to tie a consecrated thread. Marriage is also happening like that, isn't it? Mangal Sutra. Now, of course, they're wearing a dog chain. You're supposed to wear Mangal Sutra. Every year you're supposed to renew this, because energetically it is prepared in a certain way that it does certain things to you. It is in the preparation of the thread. Normally, we are using a non-sanforized cotton thread or a silk thread, which is not put through the chemical process. And we are using certain methods to energize this, because these are materials which can retain energy for a period of time. So this was used to bind people in a certain way, to create a certain sense of security and stability in the system. But Rakshabandhan, all these things have become very market-oriented stuff. Everybody's trying a plastic, the chinky-minky stuff, what's all… it's made of all kinds of things. No, these are supposed to be done… See, only the ritual has remained, the science has not remained, that's the problem. Over a period of time, we've carried the ritual, but we've given up the science of it. So let us say it so happened, stretching it to the limit. It so happened you're a surgeon, after a few generations you forgot why you do surgery. You just understand you have to cut up people. Then you better be in the pathology.
Oh my God.
laboratory, isn't it? Even there you cut with a purpose, not simply cut up people.
I love Sadhguru's humor.
Yeah, totally. So forgetting the technology and the science of that practice, of getting the threads consecrated and energized and powerful, and using, natural threads that haven't been, processed at all. So, yeah, and then just like so many aspects of life in today's world is everything's been, commercialized, right? Yeah. So, yeah, when we saw on the thumbnail the picture of that little bracelet, it looks super fancy, right? And it sounds like Sadhguru is saying that that's not what it's supposed to look like, right? Yeah. So, but also at the same time, I can see there being, also an intention, right? If it's done for the right intention and purpose, then it could still have, some, some power, especially if you're, charging with it with like some loving prayers and, and then just that, the meaning and purpose of that, right? So the sister saying here, thank you, brother, for always, protecting me and looking out for me. And now I want to do the same. This is gonna, empower you and protect you. So
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very fantastic sentiment.
So I'm gonna tie something on you.
Yeah, sure you can. I wonder, but I'm just wondering about the rules. Can it be like, because it sounds like a sister does it to a brother, right?
I know.
But
maybe a female to a male.
Yeah. So let us know, like, is there any rules or guidelines, or we just make it our own and just…
That's so beautiful. It reminds me, the Tibetan Buddhists and also the Theravada Buddhists, they all have this.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Ajahn Amaro in the Theravada monastery. They just have a white thread. Literally, it looks so boring, but that's not the point, right? And he has this whole. It's like a whole. It's a very long thread, and he just cuts it in front of people, ties it, and blesses it. And I always thought, this doesn't look very, I don't know, holy, but it's or I don't know, posh or whatever, but that's not the point. It's the intention. And then, him doing prayers or whatever maybe in his mind while he's doing that's so much more rich maybe than, I'm going to buy this fancy thing, put it around your thing without any higher intention.
Yeah. Especially even like blessing the thread on the spot. We got to take into account that probably his whole spool of thread has already gone through some sort of… some sort of like energizing, powerful, prayers, mantras, charging it up, kind of like what Sadhguru is saying.
Of course, that's…
Because I remember too like Lama Zopa Rinpoche, right? All his little threads, right? And then I kept all of them because they were all
we have them. You're not
consecrated
wearing
and
it?
blessed.
No, but
Not
Roger,
today, no.
Roger, uses them as a...
I turned them into like little pendant.
Yeah, and I used to wear a lot,
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds of colors. They have yellow, red, and then white,
So there is something to it. So.
Yeah, and not just through Hinduism, but then it also,
it
the Buddhists picked it up.
Yeah, branched out.
So it is based on Krishna.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that first video, that was, when I first seen Krishna, I was like, whoa, Krishna
Yes,
is
like
in
Krishna?
this, right?
Is this Krishna? That's why I thought, I didn't do this, because I thought, is this Krishna? And then I realized, it's Krishna.
Yeah, and I remember a couple of those stories from the Mahabharata, so, it fits right in. So that's where it originated from.
Okay. So do you know this deformed, like the story of the deformed child?
I'm pretty sure it was in there. It doesn't stand out in my mind too much, but definitely the scene with Draupadi and, going before the court and then the
Why did
Kauravas.
you go in front of the
Well,
court?
no spoilers. I can't
Oh,
tell you.
okay. No. We have to watch it.
We'll watch that eventually.
No.
No spoilers for Sabine. But, so great. And then, And then so understanding too in that video, it kind of touched on, Krishna portraying himself as human and mortal and can bleed, right? Because we've had a little bit of debates and discussions in the comment sections about Krishna having a divine body that's not physical at all. So that, of course, some people believe that he never died here, because remember the heart in the Puri temple came up. And people were like, no, when it was his time to leave, he just left. But this, video and this, story of the past is showing that he bled. There wouldn't be this practice if he wasn't bleeding and if somebody didn't go tie a Band-Aid around him. So, and I also think, I don't think that limits God. I think that shows that he has the power to fully, encompass a physical body that doesn't take away from his divine body, which is still within it and part of it.
Beautiful.
So when the divine body leaves, he can still leave behind a physical body, right? But anyway, that's just my take on it, because I don't see it as limiting. I see it as more unlimiting than saying that he can't do that, because he can do whatever he wants, in my mind. Yeah. But anyways.
Beautiful. Anyways, I love it. Leave some Krishna emojis in the comment section. Make it colorful to celebrate.
Yeah.
And
we're going to go
that's it.
Get some string. We should actually have our Rudraksha beads coming pretty soon.
They got delivered to the wrong address. I just checked the mailbox today. There's nothing in there. Yeah, but they got delivered. We got an email. Your parcel got delivered.
I think
and Westlog.
We'll get them.
We'll get them. Anyways, let's chant the Hare Krishna mantra.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Special day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nice. So thank you all so much for joining us for this amazingly wonderful video. If you liked it as much as we did, hit that like button and let us know what you think in the comments. And remember, raise yourself
and raise the world. Hare Krishna, everyone. Have a fantastic festival.
Peace.